Hi everyone, welcome back to the Moon Day messages. It actually is Tuesday. I needed a day to myself yesterday. I was just not in the right energy to channel for you guys. But it might actually still be Monday for a few of you, so I think it's fine. And also, there is an energy shift today when it comes to the human design transit. So everything works out the way it needs to, anyways, always, right? So before I get into it, please help a sister out. Comment, like, share, and subscribe, and help me to grow the channel. I'm showing up for you almost every day for free on my social media, on my newsletter, once a week here to share the transits and channel messages. So please show up for me as well and help a sister out. I appreciate you. Okay, let's get into it. The human design transit this week, the sun is moving into gate 15. That is the gate of extremes. I'm just gonna read my notes right here. It's the gate of extremes. So it encourages differences and understands that extremes can coexist harmoniously. So it really is about you asking yourself, how can I adapt more, or where can I adapt more flexibility and adaptability to flow with life, to co-create with others, to co-create with life, and recognize the beauty and diversity of people, situations, emotions. It's really about tolerance, right? So when you are being met with someone seeing something radically differently than you do, just realize that two or many truth for that matter can coexist at the same time, and not just coexist but coexist harmoniously, right? There are really as many truths and realities as there are human beings, because we are so unique, and based on our energetic blueprint and based on the experiences that we had, that we chose as souls to experience as this human being during the time that we are here on earth, is shaping our reality and therefore our truth. So everything that we experienced, everything that we saw, everything that was modeled for us, combined with our energetic blueprint, is how we see life. So when someone sees something differently than you, it does not mean that you have to be friends with them. It does not mean that you have to be in a relationship with them. It does not mean that you even have to talk to them. But what you have to do is respect their opinion, their truth, and accept it for what it is. You don't have to go beyond that. You can if you want to, but like that is the least of the things that you can do. And that is really what tolerance is, allowing other people to live their truth the way they see it fit for them. So this is the energy for the upcoming week. So if you are being confronted with someone seeing something differently than you, and it might actually result in a discussion or maybe even a fight, just know that it is there for you to build up tolerance and realize that not everyone is seeing life than you do. And that's actually a great thing, because how boring would it be if we all saw life in the same way, from the same light, out of the same lens? Then everything would be perfect and we would not learn anything anymore. This is the exact thing why we came here. All of this, the experience as human beings on planet Earth, is for our soul's evolution. We are here to learn. I think I said that in the last video as well, or I said it in some other content that I created lately, or recently more so. Earth is called School of Earth, School of Life, for a reason, because we come here for our soul's evolution. We decide to create an avatar, an aspect of ourselves, to live out the experience of living a human life, so that we will experience and learn specific things which will cater to our evolution as a soul. Okay, so that is really what it is. So learning tolerance and flexibility and adaptability in order to accept other people's truth is part of life. And specifically in this week, this is what we are called to do. Okay. What came up in my meditation, for everyone that is new here, the Moon Day messages work like this. I share the human design transit that we are going through. Then I share everything that came through in my meditation. I'm scrying into fire. I still have like a little flame down here that I'm looking into scrying to receive messages. Then I also meditate, so I close my eyes and let come through whatever comes through, and then I make my notes to write everything down. And then I'm going to confirm the messages with my human design oracle deck that I created by myself. At this point, you can only purchase it here in Bali, but I'm working on creating an opportunity to purchase it wherever you are. It will probably be via Amazon or something similar. If you are interested in purchasing this deck, I'm going to put the waitlist link into the description box so you can sign up to get notified as soon as this deck is purchasable in your area. I'm not a native speaker, so sometimes there's a hiccup. Sometimes some words come out the way they want to come out, even though it's not correct. Please bear with me. But let's get into it. So what came through during scrying and my meditation was not playing small. You have everything that you need to figure it out. Stop hiding. You are good enough. And then what came through was just find a way. Another thing that came through is you will be razor sharp. There is a fight or discussion coming up for you during this week. But you don't have to be afraid of this because you will be razor sharp. You will be able to speak up and say what needs to be said. You have to fight for what's right. It might be a conversation with a coworker and your boss or your supervisor, where the coworker has like a specific problem. I'm just now realizing with the tolerance aspect of the gate that we are moving in, the gate of extremes, it makes a lot of sense. So there might be a fight or conversation, discussion with a coworker, but your boss and supervisor will also be part of it, or at least they will know about it and then make a decision, and you will be able to be razor sharp or bring your points across. So don't be afraid, okay? What else came through is go to your hideout to recalibrate. It's a very interesting message that came through, because usually what comes through when I channel something around recalibration, balancing your energy, and grounding, it's more something like this: just go into nature, go ground, go balance yourself. I never heard go to your hideout before, so that might be actually very significant for a few of you, that is a thing that you're saying to your friends or to your family. I'm going to go to my hideout. Or you just recently created a specific hideout that might actually be in nature, but this is what you call it, or this is what comes up for you as well. Or when I say it, it just clicks for you that that is a place that you are supposed to be going. So some of you need to go there. It might actually be connected to that conversation that you need to have, so you need to go to your hideout after that to recalibrate again. For others, it might just be the fact that you just need to go to your hideout and recalibrate because you're already on edge because of something else. And then what came up is travel is coming up for some of you in the next 4 weeks. And that travel will help you to get to some clarity about specific things that you need clarity around. What next steps to take, what decision to make, what conversation to have, what to do next in your business, what to do next in your relationship. Something will come up for you during that travel. So pay attention to that. Come back to that video. Let me know in the comments if that happened. I would love to know. And yes, this is what came through while I was meditating and scrying. So let's get into the cards and see what we can confirm, what else is coming through, and what else you need to know. Okay. Source, what is it that the collective needs to know right now? What else is it that we need to know? Please confirm the messages that came through and let us know what else we need to know for the upcoming week. A few of you still have to address the father wound. A few of you still have to have that conversation with your father. Last week I lost my voice, so the Moon Day messages were late, so it was just a couple of days ago. Some of you still have not had that conversation and you did not tend to your father wound. Go back to the last week's video after you watch this to receive the message there. Okay, what is it? We need to know, Spirit. Thank you. Something else? That's it. Okay. Ooh, a lot came through. All of these. Okay. So, the first card that came through is creation. Some of you actually might be pregnant. Or some of you might get pregnant very soon. Congratulations for the ones that want that. Be cautious if you are not ready for that. Or you're just creating something. You're creating something new right now or very soon. It will be focused on building something that lasts, something meaningful, important to you. Know that it will be fruitful and highly supported by your spirit team and guides. Or you might literally create life right now or in the near future. Congratulations on whatever creation comes to life through you. So this is very much connected to stop playing small. You have everything that you need. Figure it out. Stop hiding. You are good enough. Find a way. You are supposed to step into whatever you're supposed to step into. Whatever it is that is coming up for you right now, while I talk about this creation, that is exactly what it is that you need to get to. It's time to take action. It's time to get into it. Next card that we have is mountains, which is funny. I think I just said while I was shuffling, there's still some of you that need to have that conversation, and that is exactly what it's about. There might be a conversation that you need to have, and we had that last week. I think even the week before. Is there somebody in your life you know you need to talk to, but you've been avoiding this conversation because it's uncomfortable? Or maybe it is a conversation you need to have with yourself. Pay attention to your thought patterns during this time. What is coming up for you frequently? How do you talk to yourself recently? Don't be so hard on yourself. Not playing small. You have everything that you need. Figure it out. You are good enough, okay? So some of you need to have that conversation still with your father, or doing that empty chair thing that I was talking about in the last video. So again, watch the last video to get that message there. But some of you also just need to stop talking so negatively about yourself and to yourself. Even if it's just jokingly saying to someone else, oh, I'm so stupid, or I still can't figure this out, or whatever it is. Like, your cells, everything in your body is listening. Okay, when you tell yourself that, you continuously reinforce that, and you continuously tell your inner child that it's not good enough. Okay, so you will never get out of this limiting belief if you keep telling yourself the same thing over and over and over again. And when you really go inside yourself, you will realize that that is not even your voice. It's someone that said that to you, or someone that made you feel that way when you were a child. Okay, this is one way of deprogramming a disbelief, by figuring out where it was coming from and then going against it, right? The next thing that came through was curiosity, one line energy. So when you know about your human design, or you have a 1 in your profile, then you know what this energy is about. If you don't have that, this is like an energy that something new that came into your life, or it is about to enter your life, that will spark your interest. Trust that this is what you should investigate further. It might hold a new career path or hobby that will fulfill you on a soul level. Ask a bunch of questions, read books about this topic, or watch videos about it. Whatever medium calls you, trust and rabbit hole into it. Okay, be curious about that thing that you want to create, because maybe you haven't created it yet because you have not figured out yet how to get there and how to make that happen. So be curious of what is coming up in the next week, in the next few weeks. Actually, I'm getting right now, it's not just for the next week, but something will come through that gives you clarity. Now I have to think of what came through while I was meditating when it said get to your hideout to recalibrate. And then also the travel is coming up for you in the next 4 weeks, and this is when you get clarity and something else is coming through. So this is what this card is referring to, right? Like there will be clarity through your curiosity, through allowing yourself to be open to receive whatever you need to receive. Okay, and then all of these cards came out together. Okay, light codes, end of a cycle, divine feminine, reflector, and ride the wave. Light codes is really you needing to be in the sun to receive light codes, to receive downloads. 50 minutes a day is highly recommended anyways to stay healthy, but this really asks you to receive what you need to receive. I think this is also connected to the travel energy and receiving the messages and the clarity around something. So traveling, when we travel, I don't know if that is the case for everyone. I know some people are going to travel to a colder environment where there's snow or whatever, but I always connect traveling with the sun. So this is what is coming through here for you as well. You're going to travel somewhere, and even if it's not traveling very far, maybe you stay in the same state or even in the same city, you just go somewhere else and you are sitting in the sun. Just remember when this is happening that while you're sitting in the sun, to pay attention to what is coming through. Okay. And then we have end of a cycle. The end of a cycle is approaching. This might be an ending you have been waiting for, or it comes as a surprise to you. However, it's meant to end. It ran its course and brought you new insights and wisdom, which will be able to take you to the next section of your life and share the gained knowledge with others. Don't hold on to what's leaving your life right now. Better is to come, but it can only show up if you make space. Okay, so there is an end of a cycle. This is also playing into not playing small. You have everything that you need. Go figure it out. Stop hiding. You are good enough. Find a way. It's time for you to step into that next level. This cycle that you are in is ending, but only if you allow it to end. You need to cater to that energy. You need to go into your divine feminine energy to be able to receive. Surrender. The feminine energy is the energy that is open for change, that is open to receive messages, that is open to receive whatever it is that you need to receive through curiosity, through being in the sun and receiving, so that you are able to get into the creation part. Okay. Then we have reflector. Again, if you know human design, you actually might be a reflector, but since we only have 1.5% reflectors on the entire world's population, this might not be the case, but you're being asked to step into the energy of being a reflector right now. You are being asked to be the mirror to society. Your community or your tribe needs it right now. You're here to reflect back to them what needs to change, what needs alteration, what needs to be looked at again. Okay, they're telling me right now you need to be a reflector for yourself. It's not for society, it's not for someone else. You need to reflect on your life. You need to reflect on yourself. You need to reflect on the things that are not working out the way you want them to work out right now. Mirror work is going to be very beneficial for you. If that resonates with you, this is for you. Sitting in front of a mirror for at least 15 minutes. Okay, let me take that back. For at least 5 minutes, because I know when you're doing it for the first time, it's very uncomfortable. And just looking into your eyes and be aware and conscious with what is coming up for you. You will see changes in your face. You will see changes in your emotions, and your face will reflect it back to you. You will see sadness in your face. You will see fear in your face. You might see anger. You might see happiness. You might see love, right? But you are called to do that. If that resonates with you, please do that. Please do that. And then journal about what happened, what came up. And then we have Ride the Wave, which in human design is connected to the solar plexus. feel through it all. Do not neglect your emotions right now. They will lead the way. You can rely on your emotions right now, whether you have an emotional authority, the solar plexus one, or not. Trust that whatever feeling right now is exactly what you need to feel. So that is connected to the reflector. You need to reflect on your life. You need to surrender and be open so that this cycle can end, so that you can receive whatever you need to receive to get to the next level. Okay? And then on the bottom of the deck, we have unexpected. Be open for unexpected miracles and blessings during this time. The energy is shifting in your life and might feel like you are losing your grip, but things need to shed and fall away for the new to come in. Trust that whatever leaves your life right now is leaving to make space for something that matches your frequency. Be open to receive your blessings. This might be around business. This might be around a partner. This might be actually literally that some of you will be moving into the next level of your relationship, if it's marriage, if it's moving in together, whatever it might be. But for most of you, it's just asking you to be open for the unexpected. And all of these cards that came through here is your roadmap of how to get there. You're being asked to create what you wanted to create for a while already. In order to do that, for some of you, there's a conversation that you need to have with your father. There's a conversation that you need to have with yourself, or there's that conversation, that discussion that is coming up with your coworker and your boss right here. And then you are being asked to receive, be open to receive the messages that want to come through to create the clarity that is necessary for you to step into the next thing. Okay, it's a very, very clear message here right now. Some things are coming through, some things want to come through for you. And in order to help that energy to come into your life, you have to have that conversation. Okay, I said that last week. I said that a couple of days ago in the video, and I think I said that the week prior to that as well. If you're still running from that conversation, let me tell you, this is what is blocking your blessings. No one is throwing an eye on you. No one is standing in your way but you. I'm sorry, baby. But you have to have that conversation. I know it's uncomfortable. Tend to your nervous system, go to your hideout, recalibrate. Maybe for some of you, you have to do that before you have that conversation, okay? But it's necessary for you to have that conversation. You are blocking your blessings as long as you're running from that conversation. I'm sorry that I have to be so determined about this, but this is coming up the third time in a row right now, and a few of you are still running from that conversation. Okay, it's necessary for you to get this out of the way. Either having a conversation with yourself, with your father, or with that coworker, that boss, or something around business, okay? These are the three things. Whatever resonates with you, whatever you have the most fear around and anxiety around when I say these words, this is the one that you have to have. This is the one that you need to go into. You need to jump. It's time. It's time. This cycle wants to end. You want it to end too, if you're really, really honest to yourself. But you are the one blocking it from ending. Okay? So I hope that resonates. Please let me know in the comments. Please let me know when things are coming up in the next 4 weeks. Come back to that video and let me know, because I'm so curious. And please help a sister out to grow this channel. Like, share, subscribe, comment, send it to a friend. And I'm excited for you to receive that message that you need to receive, because I can see so much abundance connected to this, so much expansion connected to this, when you really, really allow yourself to be open for that to come in. Okay? I love you guys. Thank you for being here. Thank you for trusting me, and I see you next week.